Hey everyone, it's Aaron Schechter from 365shaves.com. Hope everyone's having a great weekend and excellent shaves and really good time. The weather up here in the Northeast has been excellent and holding really nice. Today I wanted to take a brief moment before doing the raffle for the wet shaver review. I wanted to do a review on a brushless cream. Something I don't use all the time. I do not use brushless creams on my face. I just don't. I call it I'm a creature of habit. I'm used to using a brush. I'm used to using either a soap, a cream, or a croap and brushing it onto my face. A lot of people like to use brushless creams on their head for the head shavers. I actually do use brushless creams, and I hate to admit it, but I do shave. Guys do get hair on their shoulders, back of their necks. Some guys do their chests. Before I had to have a couple of my surgeries, after you get kind of broken into 1,000,001 pieces and you got to get put back together, they used med preps and all that stuff. They didn't even use a shaving cream before they did my legs or my shoulders, but whatever, that's not here or there. But I do use a brushless for shaving my body, okay? Whether it be the back of my neck, my shoulders, my chest, whatever it may be. I do have a hierarchy of what I prefer, and today I'm going to be reviewing, along with my other co-author brothers in arms from 365 Shaves, I'm going to be reviewing Cremo, the Cremo brand of brushless creams. I'm going to demonstrate it actually on my arm, okay? I already shaved today. I don't have any, I'm not going to rub this on my face. I already did my handlebar mustache, and I'm not going to mess it up to rub cream on my face. Like, hindsight's 20/20. I probably should have done this first. So let's just jump right into it, okay? Let's start talking about this a little bit. Number one, it is a brushless cream, and it comes with great instructions, okay? The founder, Mike Boone, and Kyle Schroeder, Schroeder, I guess I'm pronouncing that right, has a big sign right here that says stop, please read, okay? Usually in big bold letters when something says stop, please read, it's probably important, okay? It says to rub the skin with the hottest water you can stand for 30 seconds. Wow, that sounds a lot like wet shaving to me. In the shower works best, or use a hot towel. Sounds even more like wet shaving to me. Cremo cream is highly concentrated and water activated. Now, that is a big thing with Cremo that a lot of people get wrong, is they just put the Cremo on, a little bit of water, and they say, well, what's the matter? It's not working like I thought it would. Water is extremely important to use, and a lot of it, and it's going to look thin. Believe it or not, that's what you want. Slick is everything with Cremo, okay? It continues to say to massage about an almond-sized squeeze, it sounds a lot like what they tell you to use when you're using a cream, onto the wet skin until it forms a light lather. I think I just said that it's going to be light. Less is often best. Shave, add water as needed to keep it slippery, effective, and easy to rinse from razor. Now, let me first off go down this like I would do any other review now that I've introduced the product. Usually there is a band on it that says that there's a money-back guarantee on it. If you don't like it, they'll actually replace it. I've never had to. I've gone through 2 tubes of Cremo, and I've never once had to replace anything. So let's go down this as I would do any other review. Packaging. It comes in a 6 fluid ounce tube that looks, actually, if you look at it compared to the size of my hand, it's larger than the size of my hand. For 6 fluid ounces, it comes in a quite large tube, okay? That could be a positive or a minus depending on the size of your den. Now, I've just recently posted pictures of my den, and I'm getting a lot of flack because of it, so you can imagine this does take up a bit of room in my den. I actually keep it in, there's a cabinet right here that actually, I did not photo, that actually holds more stuff. I actually keep it in there. Now, I would say about once every 2 weeks I break the Cremo out to do the back of my neck or, other parts of my body. So, as far as packaging goes, I am not a huge fan of tubes, but one of the biggest things of being a reviewer is I have to remain impartial to what my preference is. I have never had a Cremo tube leak. I have never had a Cremo tube deform. I have never had anything. I mean, the lid, you could hear how tight that is. The cap is extremely tight. I have no fear of this ever leaking, okay? The packaging, once again, if it came in a tub or a tube, or I'm sorry, a tub or a jar, I would probably prefer it to this. I'm not, like I said, personally, but I do not find any flaws, and I will not knock them for having this in a tube, just because it does functionally work just fine. And it is made of you know, plastic. I would recommend, if at all possible, I don't see a recycling logo on this, but I would try to recycle it when you're done using it if you could, just because it is a plastic product. Also on it, it does say it's animal friendly, and it looks like it has not been tested on animals, which is a very good thing as well. I like that aspect of it as well. So that is my packaging review of the Cremo cream. Now, moving on to the scent of it. I pick up a very citrusy type of a smell to it. Orange, tangerine, very citric in aroma. I happen to like it. It's great in the summer. It's, you know, it's not a very long lasting scent after you rinse it off, and it is a very easily rinsing cream. But, you know, not a lot of complexity, not a lot of dimension to it. Orange. That's it. Orange. You got orange in there. Orange, tangerine, whatever type of citrus you want to call it. That's what's here. Would I want more complexity in something like this for my use, for my body? No, I would not. Just because of the fact that it's not something like on my face where I'm going to put like an aftershave on it, or I want to have a matching eau de toilette or eau de parfum that would marry with my shave on my face. This is more so functional. Cremo is more of a functional product than a luxury pampering myself type of a product. So I'm absolutely happy with the citrus smell, and it really marries well with their balm and their facial wash, which I'll be reviewing at a later time. Okay, so let's get into the next part of it. Okay, we're moving into the actual lather. Now here's where I'm going to do some demonstration. Okay, now I'm going to follow some instructions. You're probably not going to hear me very well for a moment. Okay, I'm going to turn on the hot water, hot as I can stand, and I'm going to wet my arm. Get out of frame for a moment. Soaking up my arm. Okay, my arm's relatively wet. Okay, I'm just going to dry my hands, leave the arm wet. As you can see, my arm is wet. It's actually dripping right now. Running down my tattoo. Now, almond sized, it says. There's that tight click of the cap. Right here is about an almond-sized amount of the Cremo cream. Okay? Now I'm going to rub it on my arm. Remember, thinner is often better. Actually, let me do it this way. You'll probably see it better. Now, once I get it like this, that's actually too thick. Believe it or not, that's actually way, way too thick. So what you're going to do is you're going to take more hot water. Once again, a lot like wet shaving. Keep on rubbing. Still too thick. Hot water, then actually rinse my hands. Add more water. Now, you're going to start to notice this, okay? You're going to start to notice that it's almost looking like it's disappearing, and that it is just a thin coating of white on my arm now. Okay, I'm going to move my hand out of the way. This is the consistency I find works best with the Cremo product. It is extremely slick. Now, once again, as a reviewer, I have to remain impartial to what I like compared to what the product is intended to do. I have to, right on the bottle it says thinner is often better, and add copious amounts of water, as this is meant to be a slick, slick, slick cream. And I must say, it is 100% a very slick cream. I could feel it. And I'm going to leave it on there for a minute. And I don't see any sign of this drying out, thickening up, or anything. It's remaining pretty stable is, I guess, what I'm getting at. Now, as far as lather goes, is it my favorite? No, because I really love that explosive, thick, cushioning lather. I will ding it a drop because a lot of people will say there's no such thing as cushion. I disagree with that. Whenever I'm bringing a blade to my skin, I always want a buffer in between when it touches the lather to when it touches the hair and touches the skin. This doesn't have that buffer, but it does have one heck of an amount of glide or slickness to it. Now, moving forward, my last criterion, let me rinse my hands really quick. Like I said, this actually rinses off very easily. So I'm just going to rinse it off really quick. I'm almost done. Okay, left it with Jesus for a second. He's on my wall watching over us. Okay, let me grab my towel, dry off. My last criteria that I use when I rate or review a soap or a cream is actually the amount of slickness. I just really talked a lot about slickness more than lather, actually. The reason I did that was because this is a brushless cream. I would almost even call this almost a latherless cream. The lather is extremely, extremely thin, but that's expected. It says it right here, until it forms a light lather. So I can't ding a product for doing what it says it's going to do and what it expects of you. So the lather was perfect for what Cremo wants you to have. The slickness, I mean, I'll be honest with you here. There's really nothing in my den that compares to the slickness of Cremo. It's extremely slick. It's the closest soap I have in slickness is probably Tiki Bar. Tiki Bar is extremely slick too. I've kind of dubbed that the WD-40 of my shaving soaps, cropes, and Cremo actually does surpass Tiki Bar in the slickness. How they do it, I don't know. If you're into organic soaps, creams, or whatever, this is not for you, by the way. It is water. Well, the third ingredient, stearic acid, that's a positive. I can't pronounce one of these words. All I know is it's like hydroxypropyl guar something. It does have aloe juice in it. It has a couple, it has lemon in it. It actually has olive leaf extract. It has titanium dioxide, citric acid, and fragrance. And a lot of stuff I can't pronounce. So if you're into organic, this is not an organic product by any means. This is definitely formulated in a lab type of a product. Would I recommend it? Absolutely. If you don't have hang-ups about organic or brushless, it's great as far as I'm concerned for doing the back of your neck. When especially when you have to do it yourself and you're doing the trick where you're holding your hand behind your head and you're bringing your razor up to your hand to create that line. It's really, really good for that. It's really good for your shoulders, for guys that shave their shoulders. It's really good if you shave your chest or your lower abdomen, your abs, if you're a guy that does that. It works extremely good. And if you're blessed enough to have a hairy monkey back like me, it works really good for that too. And for that, you really have to have a loving, caring wife, partner, whatever it may be, a really good friend that can hook you up and shave your back for you. Cremo works really good for that too. So anyway, that's my review of the Cremo Shave Cream. I do recommend it, and my rankings of both packaging, well, not both, but the 4 criteria of packaging, scent, slickness, and lather will all be on the 365 Safe slider bars with my interpretation and a little couple words on it as well, okay? Hope that was informative, and God bless. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and if you get a chance, go get your Cremo on, okay? Take it easy. Bye-bye.